Hi, my name is Cheska and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a Trader Joe haul. In this haul, I will be sharing with you all my Trader Joe must-haves. Now obviously you can find some of these items in other grocery stores, but I get them from Trader Joe for specific reasons, and I will be sharing what those reasons are as we move along in the video. I feel like Trader Joe is one of those places where you never know what you're going to find. They have so many new things coming all the time, so there's always something new to try and explore. Also, stick around till the very end of this video where I will be telling you exactly how much I spent on all the items that I talked about. So without further ado, let's get started. The first is this bag of sweet potato chips. Now these I used to get a lot back in the days, and I would go through like a bag a day, and I had to stop myself from getting them. These are really good. I have tried other sweet potato chips. This tastes close to homemade as much as possible in my opinion. So I like to get these, and they're really good to snack on. Now this one, as you can see, I already opened it. I just couldn't help myself. This is the cornbread crisp. I feel like if you like cornbread, you're gonna like this a lot. They are like cornbread but in a chip form, and it's so good. I like this a lot for snacking on. You can also use this dip into stuff like hummus. And then of course you can't go to Trader Joe without picking up a bag of sweet plantain chips. I really like this. I have tried plantain chips from other stores and I find them to be too sweet, but I feel like this has just the right amount of sweet. They also have the salty version. What I do typically is I mix the two, and I'll add maybe some nuts like almonds or peanuts, and I have myself a really tasty snack. A bag of sliced brioche bread. I get this mainly to make French toast. I love myself a good French toast, especially on weekends, Sunday mornings. So I like to get some of these for my French toast. Now, obviously, if you're using this for French toast, you would have to be making your French toast from scratch. I use this for French toast, casserole, or just regular French toast. But on days where you are pressed for time and you just want to make quick French toast, you can always use the Trader Joe cinnamon roll bread. These are really good. I like to pop the toaster and have them as a snack, but for French toast I find this to be a very easy way to make them. All you have to do is crack some eggs and milk in a bowl and dip this bread in, fry it in a little bit of butter, and you have yourself French toast that took like 5 minutes. Next item I have is flax seeds. I use this mainly for my smoothies, and I like to get all my smoothie supplies from Home Goods. They always have a huge variety to pick from, and I only like getting my flax seeds from Trader Joe. I like the nutty flavor that it gives to my smoothies. I also use these for my smoothies quite a bit. These are their granola. I have tried granola from several places, some that are way more expensive than this, and this is the best tasting one that I have found so far. I just kind of put this in my smoothie before I blend it. I also use this as cereal, just put a little bit of milk on it and add some fruits. This is the vanilla almond one. I also got the ginger and cashews, and I also got the maple pecan ones. They're all equally as good. I also like their nut butters a lot. This one here is their peanut butter, and then this one is almond butter. Now obviously you can use this as spreads, but I use this mainly for my smoothies. On to more smoothie stuff. My favorite Greek yogurt of all time is this Greek yogurt. It is so plain that it's plain enough that I don't taste it, but it makes my smoothie creamy. I also do like to put a little bit of the granola in this to snack on sometimes, and I actually also bake with this sometimes, so I really like this. At one point I had 6 of these in my fridge. This time around I only picked up 2. And then I have here the coconut milk and the almond milk, both of which I used for smoothies as well. They have oat milk, soy milk, and other kinds of milk, but these are the 2 that I prefer for my smoothies. And also that I like to get from Trader Joe is pasta. They have a few variety to pick from, and they are very inexpensive. I would say about $1, definitely less than $2. Here to stock up on this macaroni. some spaghetti, some penne. I also like to get the fusilli pasta for pasta salad, but I forgot to pick some up. The next thing is tomato paste. Sometimes tomato paste, even after cooking it, you can still taste that canned flavor, but with this I find you cannot, so I like to get my tomato paste from Trader Joe. I also get their tomato paste in the tube form for those dishes that I feel like I don't want to open a whole can and I just need a little bit of paste. I would just squeeze some of this in there instead of opening up a whole can, and I like to keep these in my refrigerator. Marinara sauce is also something I pick up from Trader Joe. My favorite one is the autumn harvest that they typically have around Thanksgiving and the holidays, but I like to get this plain ones for spaghetti and meatballs or for my homemade pizza. Items that I like to pick from Trader Joe are baking supplies. Now, I am not a baker in any way, shape, or form, but every now and then I like to bake. And if nothing at all, I like to make pancakes and crepes and waffles and banana bread. And I find that with regular grocery stores, they have so many variety of baking stuff to pick from that I get so confused. So I just like to pick all my baking supplies from Trader Joe because they only have such a small amount. And it makes it less confusing for me. This is the all-purpose flour. I have some baking soda, some baking powder, some brown sugar. With brown sugar, it tends to harden really quickly, but I find that this stays in my pantry for as long as I have it, and it doesn't harden as quickly as the others I have tried. I have some pumpkin spice. I don't know if this is all year round or only during the holidays, but I like to sprinkle this on hot cocoa and when I'm baking stuff just to give it a little bit of that pumpkin flavor. I also have some cinnamon and some nutmeg. Now, this is not a baking spice. This is the chili lime seasoning blend. I like to use this mainly for my avocado toast. Whenever I'm done making my avocado toast, I just sprinkle a little bit of this on there and it tastes really good. Soy sauce is definitely one thing I have to have from Trader Joe. It's not too salty. It's just the right amount of flavor that I like. If you know me at all, then you know I love myself some Starbucks. But on days that I can't make it to Starbucks, I have here the spicy chai mix and the green tea matcha mix. And I use this just to make my own drinks at home. Doesn't taste the same, but it gets the job done. Don't sleep on the beauty section at Trader Joe. They have some really good things to pick from. I'm currently making some whipped shea butter, and I decided to pick some tea tree oil. I get most of my oils from there. Oh gosh, it's confusing me. This one, my sister actually put me on it, is the kitchen cleaning cloths, and this thing is so good. It comes with 2 in a pack, and you can use one for a really long time. I use this to clean pretty much any and every surface in my kitchen, and I love these. Now, if you don't go to Trader Joe for anything at all, I feel like you should go at least for their frozen food section. They have so much different things to try. This is an absolute favorite of mine, the Mandarin orange chicken. This is really good. I use this mainly for my rice bowls. Just make some rice, steam some veggies like broccoli, and throw some of this on there, and I have myself yummy dinner or lunch. I also like to pick up a few boxes of their Indian frozen foods. I am a huge fan of Indian food. It gives me a little bit of the Indian food taste that I want without having to go to the restaurant. Picked up 2 of these. This is my favorite ice cream to get. It's a guilty-free way of having ice cream. You don't have to feel like you're eating a huge cone because these are the tiny mini cones, so you still get the ice cream taste that you're craving without necessarily having to take up too much calories. I also love the matcha green tea ice cream. I have some organic acai puree packets that I use for my smoothies. And I also have some mango chunks that I use for smoothies. Now, typically for smoothies, I like to get my fruits and wash them and freeze them for smoothies. But for mango, I like to get them from Trader Joe only because it's much easier than trying to buy mangoes myself and cutting them up. And mango is not always in season, so this is an easier route to go. Broccoli, I always like to have a bag of this in my refrigerator to quickly have some greens on my food. I like to steam this or use my air fryer. This salad mix is my absolute favorite salad mix. And you know how you buy salad mix and sometimes it starts to wilt and turn brown in the bag before you even get to it? This one stays in the bag for a really long time. One time I had this in my refrigerator for 2 weeks and I forgot I did. And when I went to open it, it was still fresh and crisp. So I always like to pick up a bag of 2 just to have a quick lunch, or even sometimes use this for my sandwiches and wraps. Eggs are a must from Trader Joe. I know what you're thinking. Trust me, I have tasted some eggs that didn't taste so good. So I like to get it from Trader Joe, and they're really inexpensive as well. And then avocado, always get them from Trader Joe for my avocado toast. Fond of apples. I don't always like eating apples by its own. I like to put them in my smoothies. I find that the Honeycrisp apple from Trader Joe tastes really good. So I like this. I don't mind eating by themselves. I like to dip them in almond butter or peanut butter. And I picked up a few because I am going to be making apple pie with them. You know how sometimes you cook chicken and you still have that chickeny flavor after you're done? I find that I don't get that with these Trader Joe chicken thighs. They are so good and so juicy even after cooking. I like to marinate this and mainly bake them. And even after baking, they are so soft and juicy. I'm actually making adobo chicken later on with these for dinner. I get a few boxes of this when I go. And they're really inexpensive. This one, for example, is only $4.38. Now, the last few items I'm going to be showing you are not things that I picked up when I went to Trader Joe this time around. These are things that I already had in my refrigerator or pantry. But since I'm doing a Trader Joe must-have, I thought I should share with you some of my must-haves. I like the chili lime chicken burgers. I use this for my sandwiches. It's a quick way to have some lunch. I probably should have picked up more of these when I went, but I thought I had a few more left in the pack. Turns out I only have one, which I just made for lunch. To get my ketchup, it's not too sweet, and I prefer the taste of this ketchup. This is my absolute favorite salad dressing, the spicy peanut vinaigrette Asian style dressing. If you do not like spicy stuff, I would stay away from this because it's really spicy, but you also do taste that peanut flavor, which I really like. Thing also to get from there are their barbecue sauce. They have a few to pick from, but I like the brown sugar one, and my absolute favorite is the sriracha one. I like to use this when I marinate my chicken, and it tastes so good. Finally, I have some mayonnaise, which I also prefer to get from Trader Joe. For everything that I talked about in this video, I ended up spending $135.42, and I think $135.42 is a good amount to spend because I did get quite a bit of stuff. Now keep in mind the last maybe 4 or 5 items that I showed you, I already had those in my refrigerator and pantry, but still $135 is a good amount because I got quite a few things that will last us a little bit. So it's not too bad. I feel like Trader Joe prices are reasonable and sometimes even more affordable than other grocery stores. If there's anything that I forgot to mention in this video that you absolutely like getting at Trader Joe's, why don't you leave a comment down below to let me know what those are, and maybe next time when I go there I will try some of those things. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you back here for my next video. Bye bye.